Hey folks, Ed here from Brain Pulp TV, back with more Magic Online, and we're continuing on with the 5th part of our full Innistrad sealed 1-week 5-match league. It's a mouthful. I think I'm going to screw it up every single time I say it. I didn't screw it up this time, so, small victories. If you haven't watched the previous parts, a link will be appearing above my head that will take you to the first part. If you have been watching the previous parts, you know we've lost 2 matches using a white, blue, green deck that I built, which I admit is flawed, and we've won 1 match using the white, red, green deck that we're going to be using for probably the next 2 matches. Now, I've said this many times in past videos, I don't like playing 3 colors. I don't like playing 3 colors even when one of them is just a splash, and yet I built 2 decks here where there's basically a pretty even split between all the colors. Having just said that, I just now rethought my mana base, and I've taken out one of the plains and put in an extra forest. I don't know if that's going to make the difference, but like I said, unless you're playing something like Khans of Tarkir, which is built around 3 colors, trying to support a deck that has an even mix of 3 colors is in my opinion, not a great idea, unless you have a tremendous amount of mana fixing. We do have some mana fixing, but not a tremendous amount. Still, we're going to plug away with this deck and see how we do. Now, before we get into our 4th match, one quick note, I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, I am a bit sick. So I have to finish this league off because it expires in a day or 2. So I'm pushing through anyways. We are going to get through the next 2 matches. Hopefully my voice lasts as long as the matches do. Okay, here we are in the match, and it's not super great. The creature that we have to play on turn 2 requires a forest. But for this deck, honestly, this is not that bad of an opening hand, I guess. We got Faithless Looting, so we can definitely draw. We're going to keep this and hopefully draw into forest, maybe. And if not, we have the Deserter on 4, but we should be able to get something a bit earlier than that. Okay, another green card. That's not super great. This is a sorcery, Faithless Looting, so why don't we... Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and Faithless Looting now. Yeah, let's do that. Still no forest, but we do have a plains now. So I'm going to get rid of 2 green cards. And we have that to flash back later if we want. We have a turn 2 play in white, which is great, so... And they have no play, which is good for us. Just a heads up, there may be little edit breaks in between that you'll notice where that seem like they're there for no reason. It's because I'm going to be covering up coughing fits, so which sucks, but that's just the way it is. So. Midnight Guard. This card caused no end of problems for me before. I'm probably going to go ahead and maybe I'll just ride down it. Ride down might be a good idea. I don't want a Lightning Axe, because there might be something bigger later on. Well, let's see what happens here. Let's swing in. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and ride down it. And then next turn we can bring out the Afflicted Deserter. Sacrifice a creature, deals 2 damage to target creature or player. Okay. I mean, that's not the greatest. Wow, we really need a forest. Maybe. Nah, I'm not going to Lightning Axe that. I'm going to bring out the Deserter. Actually, I'm going to swing in first and attack. And then I'll bring out the Afflicted Deserter. If they want to sacrifice a creature next turn to take out either of those, I'm fine with that. They'll have to be able to cast a creature and keep 1 red up, but in response to it afterwards next turn, I'll probably just take care of the Cultist. The Vessel, see, they can crack it, but they can't crack it and then sacrifice one of them using the Cultist, so... Guardian of Pilgrims. No, okay. I thought they were going to swing in there. Might have wanted to keep that to pitch to Lightning Axe, but I'm probably just pitch the villagers, seeing as how we don't have a forest. And I'm not going to attack, I'm just going to let Afflicted Deserter flip, so... Cast with the discard cost. Choose target creature. Discard a card. So we'll get rid of that, so he can't pull that trick again. But we got him to sacrifice one of his creatures, so... Certainly not the worst thing in the world. If we can catch a forest, we're going to be doing pretty good. They've still got 3 cards in hand, which, you know, isn't great. Reckless Waif at the beginning of your upkeep if no spells were cast. Okay, transforms into what, just a 3-2? Yeah, transforms into a 3-2. True Face Sensor. Everyone seems to have a True Face Sensor in their deck. It's maddening. It's absolutely maddening. Another card which requires green. I mean, I think... Yeah, it's time, folks. I think we have to... Faithless Looting. Righty. Well... I mean, get rid of the 2 green cards, right? Because we don't have any green sources. So we'll discard Clinging Mists and Sigard as Grace. Play the Mountain. Bring out Fiend Hunter. Get rid of that. Use the ability, yes. And we will swing in with the Guardian. This is not the greatest way. I mean, we're ahead. They've only got 1 card in hand. They're getting a 2nd card in hand. But I mean, no forest whatsoever. Look how many green cards we've had to pitch into the graveyard. Yeah, that's fine. We can't win. We cannot win. So we're going to go ahead and swing in with the Guardian of Pilgrims. I don't see them blocking this with the Spirit. They might. Oh, they will. Okay, good. We have no way really to deal with flyers, so I'm perfectly happy to have one of their flyers gone. I figured they must have something. Well, at least this is human, so they can't tap it that way. Shimmering Grotto, thank you so much. I needed you very, very badly. Bring out the Briarbridge Patrol. Both of them are human, so they can't tap it down. Okay, so now we have a green source, which is great, unless they have some sort of land destruction, in which case... You know, that's pretty much how things have been going for us. Haste, whenever it enters the battlefield, up to 2 target creatures can't block this turn. Okay, that's fine. Wow, swinging in with everything. Well, this is super awesome for us. So let's go ahead and... So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah, we can cast it twice. Okay, so we can take care of at least 2 of their guys. Let's go ahead and swing in. With the Briarbridge Patrol. So yes, Burning Oil was a nice get for us. And you know what? I think I don't really care if Reckless Waif comes in. Like, what is Reckless Waif? Yeah, so let's go ahead and do this. We'll declare blockers. That takes care of the spirit. Now, they may have a way to buff this, and that's fine. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That is not the end of the world for us. It got blocked, so it's not going to be doing the damage. And we can swing in. So now we catch the forest. We don't necessarily want it. So they can do 7, 8 to us next turn. This thing will flip. This thing will flip. It'll get +2, +2. It'll still just be a 4/3 though, so I'm not going to block. So if they have burn to get rid of this, we're in trouble. Haste, madness. Okay. 4. Let's get rid of the youth or this. I mean, it would be nice to get something that's not... I don't think if it's untapped, it's not going to make that big of a deal. So why don't we get rid of this? Because I don't want them putting that on one of these guys, one of the bigger guys. So okay, so we get to investigate, which is pretty much going to be our only saving grace here, as we can draw into something. And we're going to concede. Oh, wow. Well, you know, we couldn't get a forest to begin with, but we sure made up for it at the end there. I'm going to bring in the Ashmouth Hound. I'm not actually sure why I didn't have this before. I'm going to take out the Quilled Wolf. Take out one of the forests. Now, they have white, so the Spectral Rider won't help us all at all. Devilthorn Fox, maybe? And then what will we take out? Take out another green. You know, I'm going to take out the Villagers. Maybe I'll take out Spidery Grasp instead. Maybe Clinging Mist has done work for us in the past, but I think I'm going to take out Clinging Mists. So now we're 16 lands, so we've taken out quite a bit of our forests. Let's bring in another... Let's bring in another mountain. Submit that. Okay, so maybe this will work a little bit better for us. Would we like to play first? Yes, we would. We got the Grotto. So, yeah, we'll keep this. Yeah, we're going to keep this. It's fine with me. Whew. So we can bring out the Ashmouth Hound. I don't know if we will because, I mean, we are going to be losing a bit of extra value with it. Bring out the Shimmering Grotto. Do we bring out the Ashmouth Hound now, or do we wait? Oh, it's whenever it blocks or becomes blocked by a creature. Yeah, so we'll bring it out now. I was thinking Torch Fiend, and then when it comes into play, that does 1 damage. So I'm glad I read that over. Okay, so the Priest. Part of me wants to Fiery Temper this thing and just move on with our lives. I mean, it's kind of early to use it, or I can bring in the Breakneck Rider. Well, let's see if he'll make this trade. Does not make the trade, so we're going to go ahead and bring out the Breakneck Rider. Defender at the beginning of each upkeep if no spells were cast. Transform it. What does it transform into? Tax each turn. It turns into a 5/5. Holy cow. Okay, so we can bring out the planes. And let's go ahead and swing in with both. See if they make any blocks here. They do declare blocks. They do. Oh, good. Okay. So, why don't we ride down that guy instead? There we go. So that worked out well for us. I want to keep Fiery Temper up for direct damage to another creature. That thing had a lot of toughness to it. Didn't want to lose the Ashmouth Hound as well, too, so it's all worked out. Champion of the Parish. Whenever another human enters the battlefield, you control, put a 1/1 counter on Champion of the Parish. Okay. Do you have another human to cast right away? They do. Dauntless Cathar. Oh, and they're swinging in with that as well, too. Okay. That's fine. Now, do we want to just swing in with both? Or I could let this flip. When it flips, it's what? Attacking creatures you control, get +1/+1 and menace. Let's go ahead and swing in with both. See what they do for blocks. Do we want that? Do we want to keep our Breakneck Rider around? Yeah, what the hell. Because even if this flips, this can still trade with it, so... And now, I think... Do we play the Fiery Temper? I think we hold up for Fiery Temper, or I can play... the Villagers. You know, I'm going to play the Villagers and hope that they can't cast 2 more humans to put it out of range for the Fiery Temper. Well, there's one. And a Spirit Token. Rightio. So we could... Let's just Fiery Temper that right the hell out of the way. And... Oh, they're going to tap it down. Well, then this makes my decision super easy. Okay. They've still got 3 cards in hand. We've got 2, so we're not too bad off. We can't cast the Survivors yet. We can cast the Shield Mate. We can flash it out, too, so we can be sneaky about it. Not right now, obviously, because we don't have enough mana up, but... Oh, you... You silly warlord. I'm not too hurting with this, because, wow, they're swinging it with everything. Okay. So we can do 4 to them. That'll put them down to 5. I think I'm just going to go ahead and swing in with you. And then hold up. This is going to flip. They'll tap it down, though, once it flips. Yeah, that's fine. Neglected Heirloom. Okay. So we'll be taking 6, and I'm okay with that. Okay, so we flash out the shield mate. And we'll move to combat. Do we want to swing in? I think we want to hold up, don't we? Whenever it blocks or becomes blocked. Okay. So in that case, we are not going to swing in. We are going to bring out the survivors. Now they can tap this down and they can tap this down as well too. But I don't see them wanting to do that in this attack because they know it won't mean that they win for sure. Unless they have some sort of burn or something like that. Because I will definitely throw the villagers or the village survivors under the bus. If it's going to prevent lethal, you know. Which makes sense. And if they ping us for 1 with the spirit as well too, then Fateful Hour kicks in. Which would be really great. Because then everything's going to have vigilance. So they're definitely in the think tank on this. I have a feeling we're still going to lose, but... Okay, putting it on the flyer. And then you're going to move it back over to the Warlord, I'm assuming? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. So we have the Doomed Traveler and the Afflicted Deserter, and we can bring both of those out. Let's move the combat and see what they do as far as tapping down. They're going to tap that down. Yes. Going to tap that down. We're not going to attack. I mean, we could. But that would be silly. No, there's no need to attack. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring out the rest of our hand. So now this is human again. Because if we can put the Doomed if they attack with anything, we can put the Doomed Traveler in front of it. So this, okay, they're going to do the same thing as they did before. Okay, so both of those flip. And we win. Excellent. So, I mean, they might have held off, but I think mathematically we didn't. I don't think, maybe we had it. Who knows? But I didn't think we had it, but they seem to think we had it. So we won that match. I would not have conceded there. I personally would not have conceded there. Unless I screwed up the math, I didn't think we had the 7, did we? Because they could have tapped down 2 of our big hitters. And then they simply had a, I don't know. I didn't think that we had it. But we apparently won. So that's great for us. We're still getting screwed on lands, but not too bad because we did have the Shimmering Grotto helped us out a lot. I can't believe how few green cards we have in comparison to white and red, and yet we always seem to get a bunch of the green cards in our hands, but whatever. Let's see how this goes. Well, I say we keep this, because this is what, if it's, unless you can control a mountain or plains. Okay, so we will keep this. Yeah, we'll keep this. The Paladin. Okay, now this is what, it's just, unless you control a mountain or a plains. Okay, so Faithless Looting here, I think might... I'm just going to Faithless Loot here and see if we can draw into something that's a bit early of an earlier play. Burning Oil, we can send to our graveyard, and that'll be fine. And then one of the plains? Yeah, because we didn't quite get the... Yeah. So Burning Oil can go to the graveyard, and we will send... Actually, we'll send one of the forests to the graveyard. There we go. Was hoping to draw into a cheaper creature, but oh well. Vessel. Yeah, I might have wanted to look into getting something that could deal a bit better with flyers, but I don't really think we have a whole lot. We have Sigarda, so I mean, great, because we actually have the mana to caster this time in our hand, if not on the board. Champion of the Parish. Do you have something to go along with it? True Face Sensor. Okay. So, is not perfect for us, but it's not the worst ever. We can go ahead and bring out the Fox. So that'll be able to block that for quite a while. Not quite a while, actually. This is going to give it +1. Yeah, no, we can still block it, providing this doesn't get too crazy in the next turn if they put down a bunch of humans. The Shimmering Grotto? No, we need the forest out there because I want to be able to put the Briarbridge Patrol out. Do we swing in? No, because then they can just make one of those. No, we're not going to swing in. We are going to bring out the Afflicted Deserter. And then the following turn we can bring out the Faithbearer Paladin, which will offset their damage they can do with their flyers. So that's good for us. We also have, remember, we have Burning Oil in the graveyard, which we can flash back for 4. Collective Defiance. Oh. This guy's deck seems weirdly similar to a previous deck we dealt with. And they're going to swing at just one of the flyers. Okay, that's fine. The end step. Ooh. Ooh, we can get rid of one of them. We could get rid of one of the flyers if we wanted to. Yeah, let's get rid of one of the tokens, because this will actually just straight up end up killing one of the tokens. So get rid of you. Use the ability, yes. And we're going to swing him with the Fox and see if he makes the block with the champion. Oh. Drop something. Did not make the block with the champion, so that's good for us. Just imagine they'll put the Truth Face Sensor on the champion this turn. Maybe they'll put it on the Spirit. Okay, so the Waif. The Faithbearer Paladin should help us make up for lost ground a little later on. And the Censor. Guardian Pilgrims. So they can swing in for 5, and that's okay. Okay, so they're going to put on the Spirit. That's fine, too. Oh, yeah, we'll take the 6. Now, bring out the Faithbearer. I think keep the Fox up. Or do we want to bring in the Briarbridge Patrol? 1, 2, 3, 4. That still won't leave enough up for us to be able to... I mean, we can Faithless Looting. Yeah, why don't we do this? Bring out the Faithbearer Paladin, so we'll have Lifelinker up. And then we can make chumps with these. So we're not going to attack. We're going to hold back the Fox in case we want to chump block the champion. I may Faithless Looting next turn. Flashback Faithless Looting next turn. Because we can do that, and with the Shimmering Grotto, we'll be able to also flash back Burning Oil on their turn. So that may be the best play. Okay. So we're taking 2. They're not going to cast anything and let this thing flip? No. Oh, yeah, they are. Okay, so they're going to let this flip. Rightio. So now, bring out the Shimmering Grotto. I think I want the Shimmering Grotto over the Plains, just in case. And this is to... Where is it? Burning Oil is to attacking or blocking creature. Okay, so we'll swing in with the Faithbearer Paladin. One, two, three... Oops, nope, undo that. 3, 4... And we'll Burning Oil you. Not going to gain the life, but that's okay. And here I think we just go ahead and Faithless Looting. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead here and Faithless Loot. Bonds of Faith and Spidery Grasp I both like. In fact, I think I like them better than... Yeah, let's get rid of Briarbridge Patrol and ditch the Plains, and I'm happier with these two. Spider Grasp is going to help us take care of the Spirit Token. True Face Sensor. I mean, they can keep moving the True Face Sensor around, and I'm fine with that. It's going to take 2 each turn. Are you going to put it on there? I will double block you in a heartbeat. I think they're deciding whether or not to spend the mana to True Faith Sensor. I don't know what they have in their hand. But if it's another human, it would probably be better for them just to go ahead and cast the human and give this a +1/+1 that way. Okay. Do I need to bring the Plains out? Because I'm thinking of just putting Bonds of Faith on the Faithbearer Paladin. Because that will make this a 5/6. Okay, so they're doing something in response to this? Additional 6. Okay, so then we can save the Faithbearer Paladin here. Oh, wait, did I not undo, undo, undo? Undo. I did tap that, right? This is an instant. There we go. Okay, so that's better. Okay, so now it's a 7/10 that already has 4 damage on it. So I can gain back a ton of health here. They would be able to kill it still if they put the Guardian, if they put those 2 in front of it. But we would gain a bunch of health back. So I'm thinking of still going in and attacking anyways to gain the health back. Because that'll put us to 7. That'll put us on a better clock. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and attack anyways. So they can still kill it, and that's fine. But they're going to require, it's going to require a double block. And we're representing that we have Ride Down, even though we don't have Ride Down. Okay, so it does die. We gain a bunch of health back. I'm happy about that. We've got these 2 blockers up. So, I mean, they can still ping us for 2 each turn, but we've put them on a much, much slower clock. Gives us time to get some answers in our hand. They only got the 1 card. They got another spirit. That's fine. Once again, if they want to do the whole shifting around the True Face Sensor, it's going to cost them 4 each turn. So I'm pretty okay with that. And in that time, I'm hoping we catch something. Because what do we still have? We still have Fiery Temper. Okay, we have Dark Thicket Wolf. So even with the sensor on this, Dark Thicket Wolf can trade for it by pumping itself once. Midnight Guard. Okay, now it can't, but we can double block and trade. I would not have played. I would have kept the card in hand to make me think that they've got something. I mean, oh no, I guess they, yeah, because they want to be able to then switch it over after, right? So. So now they're going to move it over. Yeah. God damn it. We do not need more land. We definitely need anything but land. We've still got burn in this deck. Okay. So we'll be taking another 3 here. Because they'll be putting the sensor back on one of the spirits. Hopefully they didn't catch a human or another creature. Hopefully they caught land. Don't be a human. Oh, for the love of... Okay, well, it's a human. So that's unfortunate. So we can take... Man, we can end up taking a lot of damage here. Are they going to move the sensor over? Ooh, they're moving it over. Okay. Ooh, they're going to plunge in. Well, in that case, what can we do here? Probably better to take out the champion of the parish. And then we'd let what? No, we're not going to let 9 through. So then I'll chump the Midnight Guard. Granted, if I double block this instead, then one of them will live. Like if I... What are the odds of another human coming out anytime soon? So double block here with this, and then one of these 2 will live. Yeah, you know what? Let's do this. And then we'll pump this once. Okay, so now we have a blocking flyer. And then her is exile card from your graveyard, put a 1/1 white human creature stroke on fly. Okay, excellent. So this is better for us. We're not going to attack. And we can make chumpers as well too. So we are low on clock, so we'll have to speed this up a lot. Okay. Devilthorn Fox. This is to creature. Yes, it is. Okay, so we can swing in. Five. And then we swing in. Now they can chump. Okay, so they're not going to, so that's good. And then we can create token. We can create a ton more tokens next turn, but we can definitely create at least one token this turn, so. We're probably going to lose this just on time alone. Okay, so that's bad for us. And let's get rid of... Is this just exile a card from your graveyard? Exile a card from your graveyard. Well, screw it. We'll just exile a forest then. Put that in front of there, so 4, that's a 6, so we'll be at 2. They could have burn, and if they do, that's fine. Radio. So we're going to be taking 2 by air unless we keep Sigarda up, so we're going to keep Sigarda up. Exile a card from your graveyard. Exile a card from your graveyard. Exile another card from your graveyard. Should have probably done this first before that, but okay, so then declare blockers, put you, and you on there. True face sensor, that's fine. Right, so skin invasion on you. This does not have trample, right? We're going to lose on time. Like, I'm fairly certain we're going to lose on time here. True face sensor on that. Okay, that's fine. So we're taking 1. Putting it on there. No, you're moving to there. Moving it to there. Okay. Oh, I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to waste time. Do that as much as you want. They still think they're wasting our time, but they don't realize we have an auto yield. Oh, we lost by time. Oh, that's so rough. I've had it happen. I've benefited from that before, so I'm not like super upset about it. I do think they're kind of cheap with the way that they were moving the sensor around. If I had made more tokens, if I had a little bit more time to make more tokens, we actually would have ended up winning that game. But yeah, the moving the sensor around, I auto yield to it in time to save myself a little bit of extra time. But that is some cheap sort of play. But like I said, I have won games from my opponent timing out before, but I haven't gotten to the extent of trying to do a mechanic just so that they're going to shave off a few seconds. Luckily, we caught it in time. We still did not have enough time to swing an attack, but that game would have been ours. So at least we can look at it that way. Anyways, that is it for this match. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, comments, advice, please leave that in the comments section below. If you'd like to follow or contact us on Twitter, you can do it at BrainPulpTV, or you can follow me on Twitter at GeekTragedy. And now that all that is said, take care, everyone. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Hopefully my voice will last through the next match, and I will see you all very soon.